In regional South Australia, it's Wayne with you in Streaky Bay today, and looking forward to catching up with you. Yesterday at Minnipa at the Agricultural Research Centre, I've been coming across the West Coast now for, 15, 16 years, and always enjoy doing something different each time I come and looking at something different. And this time, I'd never had a chance to actually drive up to and walk into the Agricultural Research Centre at Minnipa. It is a PIRSA centre, the Prime Industries Research SA, and found them to be very, very welcoming. In fact, Amanda Cook and her team really made me feel part of the team. They showed me around, had a look at some demonstrations, talked about some of the wonderful opportunities in technology in ag, and even had a look at one of the labs and one of the researchers, Fiona Tomney, who was undertaking the Dryland Legume Pasture System program, a 5-year program at Minnipa that she's been on for 4 years, and doing some terrific work to work out the fodder nutrient systems that with different types of plants and how they might propagate and what sort of rainfall they'll propagate under and so on. It is very interesting research, and the library very interesting too. What I found fascinating is that this research centre has been there for 106 years. It was there before the town of Minnipa was there. And the centre actually started with a plantation of olives, which is rather intriguing now, when it's largely a cropping and grazing area for sheep. I did find out from Amanda that in the early 90s, when she first started work there, and she's been a long-term employee, that there were 21 people with 7 research officers. There are now 14 staff, although 11 actually are filled positions. There's 3 vacancies there with technical office positions with people with ag skills, farming type skills, I suppose, where they may even plant crops and so on as a farmer would, that they are working for the government to do so that they can use those crops as test paddocks and so on for researching into better techniques and better dryland farming opportunities. They also explained to me the farmer groups, the Ag Innovation Research Group, which across the Eyre Peninsula provides input to PIRSA for the Agriculture Centre that they're at Minnipa, and that on September the 15th this year, the Minnipa Ag Centre is having its annual field day, which they're getting pretty excited about. So good news on that front. They've really got some splendid displays that they're doing, some terrific wall hangings to get a bit of an idea of about 1,000 hectares, more than a couple of thousand acres of dryland farming research that is going on. And I just was fascinated by the fact that just 11 people are working there. In my mind, and I've said this many times before, I think it's incumbent when we start talking about growing agriculture, and GRDC talks about growing research and development, and the opportunities at Minnipa and the amount of space there for there to be a significant increase in the number of scientists and the number of researchers that are employed into the dryland farming systems and into sheep and livestock management. I can't understand why the state government of South Australia isn't backing this site, particularly given it's in a remote location, particularly given we're talking about all these grants that have been made available for a whole range of other reasons, particularly given it's a long way away from cities and in a COVID-free area. I just can't understand why we haven't heard more from Stephen Marshall and his state government, David Basham, the Primary Industries Minister, about increasing the number of people that are working in agriculture, in research and development at Minnipa. It's got the space, there's housing possibilities, there are all sorts of unique projects with technology and that for the future that I believe we should be investing in a significant greater measure than what we currently are at Minnipa.